It seems like in previous weeks we've only been talking about the growth of Sword and Shield, but what about the sell-off? We have to remember that not everything goes up in price, and there's eventually going to be some type of price correction. In any market, there has to be winners and losers. Minus collectibles, I think that collectibles, there's kind of two winners. One party gets to sell off their collection or investment and walks away with some liquid cash, and the other person just gets a cool collection. So I wanted to make this video as quickly as possible because it seems like last week I was just constantly talking about growth and growth. And finally, we've seen some sideways price action like Chilling Reign and Lost Origin, which is completely normal. Nothing to fear, nothing to fret, no panic selling. I just think a lot of collectors and investors just think that Sword and Shield was gonna continue to rise up and up and up and never have any type of correction, which is just absolutely insane. I do understand the craziness of the Sword and Shield era now, after letting the market finally settle and getting to hear all these people's stories of why they believe the Sword and Shield era was so successful. There's a lot of key factors of why this era was so successful, like the Logan Paul box breaks during the pandemic, free stimulus checks being printed and injected into the economy, and just the overall boredom of people during those times being locked up in their homes caused the absolute frenzy of people going out to try to find any sort of Sword and Shield product to crack open to get a little bit of hit of that nostalgia, because they would watch those Logan Paul box breaks, see those base set big hits, bring them back, and they just felt like they had to get in. And I firmly believe that a lot of people from the Sword and Shield era are still here. They're just unwilling to move on into the Scarlet and Violet era, even though it's been over a year since we've been in this era, and like I said, people are still trying to find deals on Sword and Shield, which I get. It's a great set. I'm watching tons of Pokemon investing channels, and they're finally saying that we're going to be moving sideways, and I completely agree. I completely agree with almost all of them, because like I said, we can't just keep on going up. We eventually would hit that little sideways motion. Not every set was going to be Evolving Skies. We've seen Chilling Reign hit that $200 mark pretty fast. I believe it's over $250 now. Astral for over 200 bucks. And the only set that's under that $200 mark is the last two, is Silver Tempest and Crown Zenith. Both amazing sets, two of my favorite sets. I think it's Crown Zenith is the most underrated play of this investing side of Pokemon. Even if you're a collector, definitely go pick up as much Crown Zenith as you can. But we're gonna get into that in just a second. So I always try to give you guys a little tip on what I'm doing in the market, how I'm handling this as a collector, investor, and just a low-key hoarder. I believe that Silver Tempest is a great set, and I always give it its flowers. You guys know on this channel that I absolutely love Silver Tempest. But right now I'm investing in V-Star Universe. That is my number one for the month. Same with Shiny Treasures EX. But I'm also accumulating Crown Zenith whenever I can. If I go out, I see a collection box or a 3-pack blister at my big box retailer stores, I am going to pick that up. It's going to do great over time, easy pickup, great set, and it's still available even if you just want to crack it open. I don't know if you guys remember, but during Black Friday, GameStop and Toys R Us was having the ETBs on sale for 25 bucks. So I got a few of those. Awesome. And it's just the play that has not ran yet. I believe that why we're seeing that sideways motion and potentially some sell-offs. It's not going to be a crazy sell-off like the thumbnail insisted, but it's going to be a significant sell-off, especially for the whales in this investing space that are offloading and looking to now move their profits into another thing that has not ran yet. And I believe that right now is probably Scarlet and Violet era early sets, like Scarlet and Violet base and Paldea Evolved. Both of those sets they're climbing, they're going up because they're such a good set. I would even look a little bit further, maybe into Temporal Forces. I have 2 booster boxes of that, and I feel pretty comfortable that that's a good set. I think it's gonna be desired, and it's so cheap right now that it's just an easy play. You always gotta remember to try to be one step ahead of everybody else. if that's collecting or investing into Pokemon. I'm not great at giving price predictions. I could definitely see Astral at the $250 mark because it is the recent set that is running. I could see Silver Tempest at $200 as well by the end of summer. Real easy, real safe. I know it's not some number that's gonna blow your guys' mind, but Sword and Shield product is officially done. It's done, and I know people are still crazy. I was just talking to my co-host Eric, and he was talking about how he was fiending for some Sword and Shield and trying to find a deal on TikTok and on eBay of anything. He was looking at Vivid Voltage. He doesn't even like Vivid Voltage, and I think that's a lot of people right now. They're trying to get their hands on any product that has Sword and Shield in it. If that's you, definitely go look at those collection boxes. They are always on sale at big box retailers, online as well. They have a lot of those packs that you guys are looking for. The Lost Origins, the Evolving Skies, etc. Definitely do your research. Maybe go on Reddit to see the tin numbers of what's actually inside, because we just can't trust those like product pictures, what they say what's inside, because we've all been burned there quite a few times. So in the thumbnail, I put a crashing price chart, and I'm not going to dodge that topic, that I think we're going to see a pretty big price correction very, very soon. Yes, the Sword and Shield era is amazing. It has very, very, very strong support, but I believe that a lot of people did not think that these booster boxes would rise so fast in price. If you watch some of these big investor Pokemon channels, their price predictions were $200 by next year, not this summer. So we're kind of ahead of the graph, which means it's going to be some early selling. And if we do not get a reprint of Paldea and Scarlet and Violet base, we did get a reprint of Scarlet and Violet base of Paldea because it's so popular. Then I think people are going to start rotating their money into Scarlet and Violet. And then here we go. I told you guys to start buying some of those beautiful art rares, special illustration rares for the low. And now's a perfect time to try to scoop those up. I think that Sword and Shield was very, very overpriced. I don't think a lot of collectors and investors didn't account for how much of Sword and Shield was printed and how many graded cards there are out there in PSA 10s. There's so many PSA 10s out there, it's insane. Go look at the amounts of PSA 10 Moonbryons are out there. That is the #1 card in Sword and Shield, and there's a crap ton of 10s. If you want a Moonbryon now, 5 years, 10 years from now, guess what? There's going to be plenty. And if not, go get a 9, same thing. But I can be completely wrong about this bubble. I think the bubble can continue to go up and Astral Radiance can hit $500 by the end of next year. Would blow my mind because it's a okay set. Same thing with Silver Tempest. Good set. But that would completely shock me. And once that bubble does pop, or at least a pretty decent correction, I think that's when everyone is officially going to move over to Scarlet Violet. I feel like the Sword and Shield lovers are just hanging on by a thread. And with a $250, $300 Fusion Strike booster box, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take for that, because that's going to affect the price of the sleeve blisters and just the loose packs as well. And it'll officially move everyone over to Scarlet Violet. And then we do this little investing, collecting dance all over again. So what am I doing right now? How am I playing the market? Right now, I am buying a bunch of art rares. I will be making a art rare video and illustration rare for you English collectors. Video top 10, just what I'm looking at right now. Video tomorrow when this comes out. So stay tuned. Hope you can check that one out with me. It's some cards that you don't want to miss. I believe they're under $10, and so it just blows my mind. There's so many of them. So now I'm going to turn it over to you guys because I want to know, what do you guys think? Does the Sword and Shield era have a 3x still left for the gains? Are we going to see a giant sell-off? Am I completely wrong? Let me know that and anything else in the comment section down below. Until next time, I will catch you guys later. Peace.